You don't have to wait until you feel better to start living better. Many people believe they need to get rid of negative emotions or feel motivated before they can make meaningful changes in their lives. However, feelings are unpredictable and can shift from day to day. If you wait for the perfect emotional state, you might end up putting your life on hold. Instead, you can choose to take action based on what matters to you, regardless of how you feel. This means identifying your values, the things that are truly important to you, and letting them guide your decisions and behavior. For example, if you value learning, you might sign up for a class even if you feel anxious. If you value connection, you might reach out to a friend even when you feel low. By acting in line with your values, you start to build a life that feels meaningful and authentic, even when your emotions are difficult. Over time, you may notice that your sense of purpose and satisfaction grows, not because your feelings have changed, but because you are living in a way that reflects who you want to be. This approach allows you to move forward and create positive change, no matter what emotions you're experiencing. As you continue to live in this way, you may notice that your relationship with your emotions changes. Instead of seeing uncomfortable feelings as obstacles, you start to recognize them as a normal part of life. You learn that you can feel anxious, sad, or unmotivated and still take steps toward what matters to you. This doesn't mean your feelings are ignored or pushed aside. Rather, you acknowledge them, give them space, and gently bring your attention back to your values and the actions you want to take. With practice, this approach builds resilience. You become more flexible and capable of handling whatever emotions arise because you know they don't have to dictate your choices. Over time, living according to your values can also influence how you feel. You might find that you experience more moments of satisfaction or pride, not because you forced your feelings to change, but because you acted in ways that are meaningful to you. Even on difficult days, you can find a sense of purpose in knowing you're living true to yourself. This way of living creates a deeper, more lasting sense of fulfillment than chasing after a particular feeling ever could. As you keep choosing actions that reflect your values, you may also notice a greater sense of self-trust. Each time you act in line with what matters to you, even when it's hard, you prove to yourself that you're capable of handling life's challenges. This builds confidence and a sense of agency because you're no longer waiting for the right mood to begin making changes. You might also find that your world expands. By not letting difficult feelings hold you back, you open yourself to new experiences, relationships, and opportunities. Life becomes richer and more varied, not because it's free of discomfort, but because you're willing to move forward with it. Ultimately, living better without waiting to feel better is about embracing the full range of your experiences and making choices that are true to your values. This approach leads to a more meaningful and resilient life, where your actions are guided by what's important to you, rather than by the unpredictable ebb and flow of your emotions. Over time, this way of living can transform how you see both yourself and your challenges. You start to realize that discomfort and uncertainty are not signs of failure or reasons to stop. They are simply part of the process of growing and pursuing what matters. Instead of being controlled by the hope of always feeling good, you become more focused on what you want your life to stand for. This shift can also deepen your relationships. When you act according to your values, you're more likely to show up authentically with others, even during difficult moments. People often respond to this honesty and openness, which can strengthen your connections and build trust. As you continue, you may find that your life feels more purposeful, not because every day is easy or joyful, but because you're consistently moving in the direction that feels right for you. The ups and downs of emotion become less intimidating, and you gain a sense of stability that comes from knowing you can handle whatever arises. In this way, living better becomes less about chasing happiness and more about building a life that feels true and worthwhile, no matter how you feel in any given moment. As you practice living this way, you may notice that setbacks and difficult emotions lose some of their power over you. When challenges arise, instead of feeling stuck or discouraged, you can remind yourself that you have the ability to keep moving forward, guided by your values. This mindset helps you respond to life's difficulties with greater flexibility and creativity, rather than avoidance or self-criticism. You also become more present in your daily experiences. By not waiting for a certain feeling to begin living, you open yourself to the richness of each moment, even if it includes discomfort. This presence allows you to notice small moments of meaning, connection, or beauty that might otherwise be missed. Over time, this approach can lead to a quieter sense of satisfaction, a feeling that your life reflects what is important to you, regardless of the emotional ups and downs. You learn that fulfillment comes not from controlling your feelings, but from living in alignment with your values, one choice at a time. This steady commitment to what matters most is what truly allows you to live better, starting right now. When you live according to your values instead of waiting for your feelings to change, you give yourself the freedom to shape your life in meaningful ways. This approach can help you build habits and routines that support your well-being, such as reaching out for support when you need it, setting healthy boundaries, or taking care of your body and mind. These actions, repeated over time, create a foundation of stability and self-respect that remains steady even when emotions fluctuate. You also become more compassionate toward yourself. Rather than judging yourself for feeling anxious, sad, or unmotivated, you can acknowledge those feelings as natural and still choose to act with kindness and purpose. This self-compassion can make it easier to recover from setbacks and to keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow. Ultimately, living better without waiting to feel better is about taking ownership of your life. It means recognizing that your choices have power and that you can create meaning and fulfillment regardless of your emotional state. By consistently acting in line with your values, you build a life that feels authentic and resilient. A life that is truly your own.